Favorite band? I feel like Blake's definitely heard of them, but King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yes.
That's my band.
Legendary band. Yes.
King Gizzard and the Lizard.
That was not what I expected.
Dude,
No, I
King
didn't
Giz.
expect it.
I blame my brother for getting me
Nice.
onto King Giz,
Very
but
underground.
King Giz. He
I
even
love King
abbreviated
Giz.
it. That's
Yeah.
awesome. King
true
Gizzard and the Lizard
fan.
Wizard. I'm unfamiliar.
it's a
with,
mouthful.
I'm unfamiliar with King Giz.
I wouldn't recommend checking them out.
You wouldn't?
No, because I feel like if you get it recommended, you're just gonna hate it. I feel like
You have to,
you
like,
just kind of
it's gotta
discover it
find
on your own.
It's got to
Yeah.
find organic. Like, yeah,
Since- yeah.
I got you. All right. Well, welcome to After the Set. We have our film producer Lance here with us today. Lance is the newest addition to the Running From team as of like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
when
Maybe?
did we make the music video?
That was like a month ago.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think-
my timeline's way off. It was
Yeah.
like a month ago.
So,
Yeah, I think so. End of July.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this is Big Lance. He's
Producer Lance.
Producer Lance, yeah.
another
Oh yeah.
producer
You
title.
haven't,
Come
you haven't
on.
heard about that yet. So everybody that does things for us, we call them producer so and so. So there's producer John, producer Lance, producer Micah,
Producer Buford.
producer Buford. Yeah.
That's a team
old
player right
Buford.
there. That
Yeah.
Buford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Buford, you need to write that down. You need to write down all our
Get on there,
producers.
Buford.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll be talking through how Lance kind of goes through film production, because I know so one of the things we try and do on After the Set is like appeal to different artists like us that are kind of coming up, and just like us, they are always looking for stuff to learn, and it's always good to kind of take the community and learn things off of each other. So we'll pull people from other. I don't know. We've had people do all kind of stuff. We had a sound recording engineer on here that works with us, producer Trevor. We had, who else? We had 2 people from other bands come on here.
We had Elizabeth.
Come on here. She was a reporter, I guess.
Journalist.
Radio.
Radio.
Good word.
Yeah.
Good word. Good word.
Blogger.
Journalist. Yeah, blogger,
radio
journalist
personnel.
type.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, we get a lot of different people because as a band, that's all who we work with, and so you're obviously a huge part of who we work with now, because everything needs to be filmed. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like one of the most crucial things in today's music is like getting things filmed, because you can't just bum film stuff anymore, because it's not like the 90s punk rock. You have to actually try now. Back in the 90s, dude, they didn't have to try at all. Like they just did drugs.
You just had to get just high as a kite and go
Right.
on stage and
Yeah.
go hard.
They
And
did. They
you were
just
a
did
90s rock
drugs.
band.
No social media to take care
Yeah.
of.
Get some music videos
No.
for your singles, and then
Yeah, and they just go to the
There
studio
you
and
go.
freaking smash power chords and write songs. That's all they had to
Shoot
do.
some
Yeah.
heroin, Yeah.
That's
back
the life.
back in the day.
Living the dream.
But now we have to do all kind of stuff.
it's all
crazy.
about
Yeah, I know.
content.
This
Quality
marketing,
content.
this marketing stuff.
It's half music and half It's 20% music, 80%
Yeah,
content.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Is not half music. Anyway, so we'll kind of go through I don't know, different techniques you have for filming stuff. I don't really know where this podcast is going to take us, because I feel like film is the
Dude, there's so much we could sit here and learn about film.
Yeah,
So
it's like-
we want a synopsis of your degree in 45 minutes.
right.
Go.
So,
All right, so it all started when I was 12. Long story, everybody.
so
Buckle
actually,
your seatbelts.
so we actually, I'll start, I guess, with how we met Lance. So we were looking to film our "I'm Not Over You" music video, which if you haven't seen yet, it's on the channel. Go check that out. Got all kind of views, dude.
Big
Sick-
views.
sick
Dude,
views.
600 views.
think it's
I
on
just
6
looked
now.
and I was like,
Yeah, I think it's over
I'll
6.
be
that's
pretty
not
excited
bad.
when that hits 1,000. I'll be pretty excited. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. That's a number for us.
that's a milestone for me as well. So
Dude, that's goals.
I'm pumped.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, Lance did our whole. Well, before that, we were kind of thinking about doing a YouTube video, but we had absolutely zero film none of us know how to film. That's probably the worst thing that, like, I know what I want it to look like, but I do not know how to get it there.
We knew some photographers, but nobody that like
Like
videographers.
That's where we were really struggling was with people that could actually do video. We did know some pretty good photographers, but so kind of we were in this like limbo of maybe we'll do a YouTube, a music video on YouTube eventually, and then Lance hit me up on Facebook, I think, and was like, "Hey man, would you want to do a music video for this song?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, like we're on it." And so we started, and it went off from there. I think like, I don't know, 2 weeks later, a week later, we started filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we all knew each other for a lot. We all went to school together.
Yeah, in high school.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Lance.
me and Blake. When did you came in middle school, right?
Yes.
Parkview?
Yeah. You and Blake were there. You were there before I was, weren't you?
Yeah, we were 13.
Dude, we were rocking it.
Yeah.
At Parkview.
Oh, you were a 13 year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah.
But then you went to that school.
Yeah, then he went to Alabama.
Man.
I hate to do it to y'all, but
Edit it out. Cut it. Fix it in post.
We can't. He's freaking editing it.
sorry guys. Hey, I'll hit you with the Go Tigers.
That's better. If Cole was still editing it, we could just bleep it out. But
That would get bleep. That would get a fat bleep.
Lance has all the control now.
I
has
do
too
work
much
for y'all
power.
though, so I guess I do have to do what
Keep it
y'all
happy.
want a little bit.
I guess we'll
Get dropped.
let Buford decide what we want to do with it.
It will. It's up to him.
Sounds good.
So yeah, and Lance was actually in drumline with me for 8 years. No, like 7 years. We quit.
Yeah, I took a little bit of a break though, from
you?
like freshman year to halfway through junior year, I think. So I was doing gymnastics at the time, and so I dropped band, and then I came back junior year, I think.
Yeah, that was a good decision. And then we quit the year after that too, I think.
My senior
Yeah.
year. Your senior year, too.
Yeah. Cool. All right. There you
Yeah.
go. Background. So then we made the After the Set, and then Lance did a killer job on that. For all y'all who've seen that, you know it. And so then, basically I had to throw the hook out there and try and get him to stay permanently, and it worked. So we got him now.
Right
For
on.
now.
For now.
We got some sick Goodwill pictures with your
Yeah.
help.
Oh, yeah.
did.
Rocking the Hugh Man look.
The Hugh. Yeah. Do you want to tell the story of Hugh, man?
I'll let you. It's all about you.
Oh.
You got it.
You were the origin.
Yeah.
So there's been a new character created within the ranks of Running From,
Yeah.
and he is Hugh Man. And you're looking right at him. So we went to if you go look on our Instagram, I think it's our latest picture. There's a picture of all of us dressed up in like really 70s clothing. Like I would say it was like a 70s era vibe.
Yeah, it was kind of ridiculous. But yeah.
It was so good. And so I kind of texted Lance, and I was like, Lance, meet us at Goodwill, or meet us at the Kiln. We're going to Goodwill, and we're going to take an Instagram picture. And this was like the first thing since the YouTube video that Lance had done with us, and he was like, all right. And so it shows up, and so we all ship out to Goodwill and start picking out some sick clothes to take a picture with. I pick a brown tweed jacket, and I find after going through a few shirts, I found this I Heart NY shirt. And Blake was kind of struggling on what to pick. So
Nothing was hidden.
of course, I nabbed him some suit pants with some nice pinstripe
That
suit
were
pants.
way too big.
Those were way too
Yeah.
big.
They were way too big.
And then
nice like turquoise like button down.
did I grab that button down, or did you?
I think
I can't remember.
I did. There's like a short sleeve turquoise button down with a huge collar.
And then what did your shirt say?
Juan Solo.
Yes,
he had
Juan Solo.
Juan Solo
From,
shirt.
Solo.
a
The
Chewy
Flavor
shirt.
Awakens.
Yes.
He was wielding
the
like
chili
two
peppers.
Yeah, 2 chili peppers up there. That
That's
shirt,
epic. And it was too small.
shirt was like
Yeah.
a youth small.
I had to peel it off of you.
He did. I couldn't get it off. I had to have an assistance.
And so
was-
we
yeah.
all took that Instagram picture together. And so I was kind of questioning my fit, because it was a pretty bold fit. I normally don't go for things that bold. I do now because I'm human. But
Yeah.
but Blake was like, "You look very Hugh," and I was like, "Thank you." And then I said, "I'm only Hugh Man," and then from there, Hugh Man was born. In case you were wondering,
Yeah. It was a nice hue.
it was a nice Hugh. I liked your Hugh too, though.
Appreciate it.
Juan
You got a nice hue as well. Nice little denim hue.
Thank you.
Well, listen,
Try to,
denim hue.
trying
Hue
to
for
rock the
everyone.
hue.
Hue all around.
We're gonna have to do another Goodwill day, but we're gonna have to make Cade come this time.
We need to make that like a monthly thing.
A monthly
A
Goodwill
monthly
trip.
Goodwill trip.
Actually, I'm about that. That'd be fun.
I mean, it's not expensive.
no, it's not. I paid $7 total
Pay like
for
$8.
the whole thing.
Yeah, I just got to remember to bring a mask with me next time.
Yeah.
So I was wearing the T-shirt.
We had a jerry rig.
No, he was wearing a T-shirt mask, and then I
It
had to
looked
like
like he was about
tie
to
one.
rob the place.
Rolling around the phone, just, filming the merch. We're coming back for it.
Next time, yeah.
For sure. All right, so I guess let's get into this. So Lance, I guess first off, like when you're about to do like a new project, what is the first thing that you like? Say I hit you up and I was like, hey, I want to film. For instance, one thing that we're doing. Let's talk through this. We're gonna start doing a bunch of Instagram reels. Behind the set back here, I have another corner set up. Where we're going to start doing some Instagram reels where I'll do little short clips of me doing covers of stuff and some of our original stuff on the piano. So when I come up to you and I say, hey, I want to do something like that, like what's your first move? Like how do you start visualizing what you want the set to look like, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Yeah, so first step always with film is pre-production. Pre-production is the worst thing on earth, but sadly it's necessary. So with pre-production, that's all about, you're basically filming whatever you're doing just mentally and getting that all down on paper. So
It's almost like a storyboard in your head kind of thing.
pretty much, yeah. And getting all the storyboards, scripts, set and prop lists, all that, that's in your pre-production.
Okay.
So like what you've got going on with the set right now for your Instagram reels is pretty solid. So
Yeah,
it's a good starting
pretty
point.
minimal.
Yeah.
Right now, y'all can't see it, but it's just a piano set up in the corner of the pod room that we have here in the kiln, and I've got like acoustic paneling like this. I've got it set up kind of in a corner right there, and I don't know. I'm gonna add. So Lance, how are you thinking about lighting something like that? Like when you go into lighting? What's the first thing you're looking for? Because that's also a huge part of film, obviously, is lighting.
Yeah, lighting is always the biggest unknown. It's very difficult to even conceptualize. Like even for film students, lighting is just a very annoying topic to even
You would have to
delve
see
into.
the space before
Yeah.
you could even begin.
Yeah, and so even the pros, sometimes they don't even know what they're doing. They just
Try
they
stuff
start
out
with
until it
one
works.
light, do the next light. Eventually, they're going to tear it all down and say, all right, let's restart with that first light.
So kind of like when we're building a song and I try one thing and then we try the next thing, and like 2 hours later, we're like, nah, scrap it and throw the whole thing out and then start again.
Exactly. But yeah, so for the Instagram reel, it kind of depends on what mood you want to go for. So there's sort of like the high key is a term that we use for just kind of flat lighting. Kind of like this. This is a little bit more low key, which is very dynamic. So you have a lot of highlights and shadows. So it just kind of depends. So I'd say like the basis for your film lighting and stuff like that is 3-point lighting. So you'll get a key on one side of your face, you'll get a fill light on the other, and you'll get a backlight.
Okay.
So that's kind of the basis that a lot of people work with. And then you can either take away some lights, throw in some other lights. All just kind of depends.
Colors and things like that.
Exactly.
So how do you go about, so we had a gig a few months ago, or a few weeks ago, that Lance also did his lighting for. And the way we normally do our gigs is we just have some power cans set up. We did just some colored lights, and there was some kind of, the venue had like some just white light that was kind of on us. But Lance came in and kind of redid that. So what were you going for in like a darker gig setting? Like how are you lighting that?
Yeah, so I'd say my main goal there is just trying to create depth so that people can kind of understand the space and also make it creative with the lights so that it's interesting to look at.
Right.
It's a fun environment. So that's why I brought those gels.
Right. I still have some of those in there, by the way.
Yeah,
I kept
which, if anybody wants to know, they're like those plastic binder sheets that you stick all of your class
They work.
papers in. But they do work, so it's a nice cheap option. no, gels are cheap too. I just haven't
You
been the boy yet.
graduated. You have no
Cheaper.
money.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so honestly, yeah, I was just kind of playing around, seeing what looked good. There's some colors on there until overall I was happy with it.
I would say the biggest difference between like what I've like learned from you, just kind of watching you work, is like, especially when we first started like doing the film, the pod, I would go for like the biggest, like we have 3-point lighting on the, we have, it's not really 3-point lighting for this, is it?
Not quite.
Not quite. Yeah. So at first I had a light on everybody and just like blasted it. Like I had it just as wide as I could, just as bright as I could make it. And then there was like tons of shadows and I didn't know how to get rid of the shadows or anything.
Well, we
like
were
that.
trying to get rid of like all shadows. And
Right.
You can't.
And you just, we had it so
just looks
bright.
weird.
And then I asked Lance, like, hey, can you come look at our like pod set and see if you can do anything with it? And he takes the lights and like kind of nudges them up, like barely above off. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
removes our
oh.
third light and dims our other two.
Right. We were doing this wrong. Interesting. I feel like the main misconception is just like with lighting is just like blasting the light in the set. Like, I don't know. And now that I think about it, like all lighting and everything has like shadows and everything associated with it on your face. I just like didn't carry that over. I don't know. It didn't click.
You
with
just don't
me.
notice it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't
It's
pick
one of
up
those
on
things.
it.
It was just ambient.
Yeah. It's kind of also one of those things where, yeah, it's just like, what vibe are you going for? Like, Joe Rogan's, podcast is very flat. Not much contrast
Right.
going on there.
Very casual.
Yeah. And so I'd say the set right now is kind of a mix between that and a little bit more interesting. So we got the lamp right here, which adds a little bit
Planty.
of color.
We have Planty here.
We got the plant. I'm glad.
Planty creates.
Adds a little cozy.
Need to get some
coziness
water.
to
Nice
the
splash of
environment.
color. in
It
this
is.
He
Black
does
and white
need some
film
water.
set.
He does need some water. Buford, go get the plant some water after we're done with this. Yeah. Okay. So second thing I want to ask you is when we were first like talking about doing I'm Not Over You, I kind of gave you like the concept I was going for, and then you what are you laughing about? What? Are you laughing at Buford? Stop making him laugh.
Sorry, Buford.
Stop making him laugh, dude. I'm Not Over You, the concept. Yeah, we talked through the concept. So what was the next move with like how you decided you were going to shoot that? Because we shot that for like such a long time, and you were going for all these angles, and you had all these. I don't even know what all you did. I just like did what I was told to do. So what was like your mindset coming into that? Actually, like camera work wise.
Yeah, honestly, your pitch of doing the storyline mixed with the performance, and you gave me the ideas of like chasing people down.
Right.
They're wearing masks because of quarantine. They don't want anything to do with y'all. That honestly was perfect for me because that allowed me to visualize sort of all the different shots and scenarios that I thought would be good for the music video. So I wrote all those down, and then from there it was pretty easy because I had those shots, and then the performance is kind of standard with a lot of music videos.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you have your main set where you're performing, and then you choose which angles you want to shoot. So for that video, I decided to get each of y'all individually in one take, playing y'all's instruments with a certain focal length and the hand or the shoulder rig.
Right.
Just to try and get
you
some
had like
good.
Does that balance the camera? What was that doing? That shoulder?
Yeah,
rig that
it just
you were
makes the handheld movements a bit smoother, but also keeps that kind of action-y vibe
yeah.
kind of going on versus, something like a
Just like a shaky phone camera. Kind
yeah, that and the gimbals, which are a little too smooth for the
So you
sort of vibe
wanted,
of the
like,
video.
You wanted the shakier thing. It was just kind of an artistic choice.
yeah,
you
just to
made.
give it some energy.
I gotcha.
So yeah, so I did that, and then from there it's kind of just freelancing around, just kind of picking what I thought would look good in the moment and going around handheld. So I had a little bit more freedom of movement.
So were you going for like? One thing I noticed is there was a lot of shots like. There's a lot of shots like so close up that I would have like. I never thought about like I don't know, when I film stuff, like I'm so far away and there's so much background based on my subject, but like you were like right up on it and it just like made it look so much more professional. So with the focal length, I think is what you were explaining earlier. Is that kind of what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So like, what are you going for with that?
Yeah, so with focal length, it's something you just kind of learn as you get experience with film, sort of what the focal lengths do to your image, how it makes like a viewer kind of feel, and like how it distorts your subjects and all that. So there's a ton to learn. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there on it. You don't need a college education to get it, but anyways, so just the
Just like you don't need a college education to do anything.
yes, slowly just being sad,
Yeah. Pretty
more
much it.
distraught that I went to 4 years to learn all this stuff.
You love
but yeah, college is a good experience though, just in and of itself, and also gives you a good place. Like if you're getting a film degree, it gives you a good opportunity to get that experience that you might not get
Right.
if you're just learning off YouTube.
Yeah,
Getting hands on.
Because
So
I mean, it's definitely more appealing when somebody's like, "Hey, I've got a film degree. Like, let me film your stuff."
Yeah.
You trust them automatically with your stuff.
But yeah, so those longer focal lengths are good for getting those up close shots because it just allows you to get more detail in that shot.
Cool. And that must have been that was zero lighting actually dealing with that because we were in the daytime for all that. So like you didn't even have to mess with any lights for that.
Yeah. It's very
Just
frustrating
rely
though.
on the clouds.
It was frustrating.
Dude, I was so mad because the camera I didn't have any ND filters yet. It stands for neutral density, which help when you're shooting in sunlight because it cuts the amount of light that comes to your camera.
I've seen those.
So yeah, every time I watch the video, I'm mad because some of the shots are just blown out. And I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I don't even
well.
like notice.
Yeah.
It just looks like daytime to me.
Maybe for the next one.
Yeah, that's why film majors hate everything they do. So I hate that music video. Just to let y'all know.
I mean,
I hate all our songs.
We're always nitpicking over our songs.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to I'm Not Over You, I'm like, something in there that I do. Like, there's like a voice crack or something like that. I'm just like mad about it that nobody ever noticed. There's always that kind of stuff with stuff that you create. I find that the funniest about stuff you create. Like, you're obviously going to be like, it's intuitive to think that you're your own biggest critic, but like you notice everything that literally somebody else like never noticed before.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
Blake always tells me in songs and stuff like that. He's like, I hate how I played that part, and I'm like, he plays them two different ways, and I didn't notice a difference. And then, actually, funny story. We're in the studio the other day, because we're actually tracking a song called "Staring at the Sun" right now, and we just finished tracking. I'm pretty sure we finished tracking.
I'll probably do a little bit of guitar bridge work. That's about
we
it.
got close to
We're
finishing.
pretty much done.
Yeah. So we were in the studio the other day, and with one of our new producers that we took on as well, producer Micah.
Yep.
Shout out producer Micah. You're a beast. We love you. He's done such a good job. We picked up some pretty good.
We got a
producers in the
ragtag team going right now.
We got us a squad coming. We picked up producer Micah, producer Lance, Buford. We've gotten all kind of new people onto the team.
A small army of running from.
Dude, my favorite was when we showed up to that acoustic gig we did. We had like 10 people with us, like ready to go.
Squad, dude.
Running from here.
That was impressive.
We had a roadie, a film guy. We had our sound guy. All of us there, and then like my girlfriend was there too. She's always around with the squad too. So
Just brought the crew.
we did bring a small army to that to that gig. That was fun. What was I talking about?
Something about staring at the sun.
Yeah.
Something about
you're pretty much done.
I was talking about artists being super critical of their stuff. So yeah, I sang this line in Staring at the Sun, and I sang it like one way, and then I sang it another way, and I was like, Blake, which way did you like better? And Blake goes, huh? I thought those were both the same thing. And I was like, okay, point taken. Those are both pretty much the same thing. And we just rolled on past there. So, I don't know. Point being, nobody notices.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
That's our running from advice for the day. Nobody cares, so don't worry about it.
Just don't try.
Just try enough, but not too much.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what to ask.
All right, Lance. So I want you to tell me how much money you've spent on all your equipment.
Oh, good question, dude. 'Cause,
I'm kidding.
yeah,
You don't need to tell
Too
us.
much. That's my
Trust me, I
answer.
know how that feels.
how much money have you spent on your equipment?
Let's not even go there.
Let's talk about your new delay pedal that you just bought.
We're
that
not even going
costs
to go
a small
there.
fortune.
That is
You know
a
what?
small fortune indeed.
You know what's worse is how much more I'm gonna spend.
Yeah.
Because I have
Yeah.
the bottom tier stuff.
Dude, all the YouTubers, I was looking on
Gosh.
YouTube for like good lighting and stuff. He was like, yeah, I've accumulated this over some time. And he has like 5 lights behind him. He goes,
The
each
aperture-
one of these is about $500 each. And he's got like 5 or 6 behind him.
Yeah,
Like,
so if you want good lighting, just wait 4 years before you can accumulate all this, and then you're good.
Drop about 15 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could just drop 15 grand at one time. The aperture
that too.
820D or whatever that
Yeah.
stupid light is.
Oh, jeez.
The $800 aperture light.
Or don't.
Yeah. Our lights for
an option.
$200.
You just
and it looks
don't.
freaking fine. Just get somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, me and Blake were talking. I mean, all you need for a quality podcast is 1, good audio, and 2, good personalities. So,
Hey.
well,
at least
I
we
wasn't
have audio.
saying. Yeah. Y'all are getting there
Yeah.
Almost.
soon.
We're halfway there, guys.
At least we have the audio. That's the one thing we're good at.
Well, the
We're
one
good at
thing that's
audio.
missing from this pod is Big Cade.
Big K, dude.
Oh, yeah.
K's
Yeah.
missing. The man.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this would be a great
we
episode.
need a lava lamp right here. That would be nice.
we should replace that lamp with a lava
With a
lamp.
little movement
really should.
going.
I'm about to go on Amazon right now after this and purchase a lava lamp
That would be a move.
for the pod.
I approve as your
Only
videographer.
vibes. Only vibes.
You know that producer I watch on YouTube, the jellyfish he has. That would be our thing. It would be the
Oh,
lava
that-
lamp.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's very
I'm down
vibey.
for that.
Send it.
So one thing that we're going to start doing is called After the Set Outdoors. I'm sure you've heard us talk about it on a couple of our things. So After the Set Outdoors is basically it's going to be a accumulation of things that we do outside. So we like fishing, as you can see on Blake's shirt. That's
fish.
That's the last shirt that Blake caught. I mean, that's the last fish that Blake caught. Put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And so we like to fish. We like to yak. That's kayaking, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Quite the outdoorsman.
Dude, we need to. We
really.
haven't yacked in forever.
No, we
It's
haven't.
been like a month.
Yeah. We could go on Friday.
Well, I mean, I have work. After work. That's a move.
That's
Yeah,
good.
it is. And then we'll come back and grill.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very nice.
I like it.
Anyway, After the Set Outdoors is coming along. So let's talk about, Lance, what you're going to do for After the Set Outdoors. So we're starting a new series called In the Kiln. Are you planning on kind of meshing the two, or like what's your plan for that?
Yeah, so I think kind of every bit of content we do is kind of going to go funnel into In the Kiln.
Okay.
So my sort of idea for In the Kiln is that's just going to be a behind-the-scenes documentary-styled series that just kind of follows y'all, whether it's like recording songs, playing gigs, just goofing around in the
So
kiln.
it's going to be the daily life of where
yeah,
we're from, basically.
exactly. Just to kind of give
Our
people
own
an insight
personal
as to
vlog.
like what's going on with y'all.
It is a vlog.
We should start a vlog.
We're vloggers now.
It is our vlog, In the
Yeah.
Kiln, dude. So the
Yeah.
first film session for that is going to be Saturday. And then we have tons of like behind the scenes film from like everything we've done. We have behind the scenes YouTube video film for the music video. We've got behind the scenes for the Goodwill Day we did. We've got behind the scenes out After the Set Outdoors film in there. I've got behind the scenes of us writing songs. I've got behind the scenes at the studio. Like we have all kinds of stuff that's going to be incorporated, I guess, in the kiln. So that's just going to be the complete collection. It's going to be the next playlist. There's going to be After the Set and In the Kiln. Oh, go look at the well, I guess you've already looked at the YouTube channel. Never mind. But Lance redid everything, and it looks quite pretty
Yeah,
now.
we got a fresh look.
check out those fresh thumbnails.
And make
Yeah.
sure to like and subscribe.
Click that bell.
Click that bell to be a part of the notification squad. All joking aside, we do appreciate all you who are subscribed to us. And if you're watching the video, it does help us out to click the stupid button. I know it's annoying, but like click the button. Like it helped you. No idea how much it helps us. And so, yeah, moving on. So, what's the walk us through the plan for In the Kiln, Lance? What are you planning on doing for that?
The plan right now is to figure it out. But no, so honestly, I'm just going to be trying to find the story while I'm editing all the footage, because I've watched through probably most of it so far, and there's a lot of footage.
There's a good hour of footage on there at least.
There's some serious browsing, I guess you would say. But yeah, there's a lot of good footage in there, so I'm just going to kind of base the interview questions I ask all around what was going on. Cool. Try and tie everything together. Make it into a cohesive story for that episode.
And so it's going to be it's going to be some of watching the behind the scenes stuff and then flipping a camera on us and like having us explain going through it, or like what are you planning on doing? Or is it going to be strictly interview style? Like what's your plan for that?
I think it's going to kind of be montage style. So there'll definitely be like shots of y'all on the in the interview set talking straight to the camera, but I think for the most part it's going to have the behind the scenes footage on top of that while y'all are talking.
That's a good idea. Have you seen John Bellion's YouTube channel?
I haven't.
Okay. I'll show you that after this, but John Bellion actually has a really good YouTube channel, and he does something very similar to what you're saying.
Okay.
And so it's kind of vlog style as well. And so his is really cool. He does a really good job. What are some good YouTube channels that artists like us can go look at and can see, like, kind of get a basis of how they want to shoot their stuff and kind of start creating based off of that?
I'd say big channel. Shout out to Peter McKinnon.
Peter McKinnon,
I love that guy.
Popular videographer of all time right now.
But has insanely expensive gear.
Yeah. So I'd say them, him and that guy he works with a lot is Maddie. I don't want to,
ruin his name.
Yeah, his last name. It's like, I can't even say it.
McKinnon and Maddie. Oh, Haapoja.
Apoja, maybe?
Maybe.
It's Canadian, so.
Just kidding.
We just won't.
Yeah.
Sorry, Maddie. We botched it. But yeah, so them two are really good just to kind of get inspiration for how to film things. Even if you're shooting with your phone, man.
We're shooting this with our phone right now.
You can learn a lot. Film Riot for filmmakers is really good because they teach you how to do everything on super budgets and just kind of teach you the basis of like the indie filmmaking space.
The indie filmmaking. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a very Hugh name. Cool.
I don't know about.
I know I'm always looking for inspiration on like stuff I want to do, especially if I'm like trying to visualize something. I always like to bring an idea to you. I don't like to just be like, here's, I want this, here you go. Like I don't know. I like to have my hand in it and kind of fill out the direction that I'm planning to go in. And so I like to brush up on the YouTube channels and make sure I'm all up to date with like different ideas that I'm going for, such as concepts like 3-point lighting and stuff like that, like different concepts so I can actually have a conversation with you about what you're planning on doing and understand what you're saying. You kind of got me a little lost when you started talking about focal length and all that kind of stuff and distorting your figure, but
that's where that film degree comes in.
Right.
Nice. Just get one of those and you'll be fine.
I can scratch the surface and like kind of get you started, and then after that.
But honestly, yeah, just having that like sort of basic language into other creative fields is great because then, two artists can sort of feed on each other.
Right.
And, collaborate.
And you can communicate like what you want.
Exactly.
Like, you can, like explain using the terminology what you want instead of kind of like fuddle through it.
Yeah, somebody
I want this brighter.
Yeah, I want this camera really close to his face on this side.
And the guy puts the camera like right here on his face. That looks terrible.
It's like, I do what you said, man.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That looks awful. Why does that look so bad? You told me to put the camera close to his face.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
questions.
Dude, Lance, what is your favorite movie?
Yeah.
Favorite
Yeah,
movie?
let's get
Actually-
personal.
That's
Good
actually
idea.
kinda interesting.
That
What is your favorite movie?
That is the worst question to ask. a
It's all
film
about
major,
film,
because
like cinematography and
there's
all
so
that.
many.
Okay.
What about your favorite indie film space movie?
I don't watch much indie film.
If you could, like, if you wanted to work on like a big budget film project, like what would it be? Like, would you want to go like the Marvel superhero route? Would
No,
you want
you'd
to
probably
do
want to.
something
You'd
different?
probably want to work with a massive rock band.
I mean, of course. I mean, that's a given. But other than that, you know,
Dude, honestly, first thing that comes to mind is either the 007 films or Mission Impossible.
Okay.
Oh,
Action
films,
movies. Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
I dig
Explosions.
those. I have no idea how those
need more
directors come up
explosions
with
in our
that
videos. We
vision
do.
and execute on that, but I would love to be on set for
The
that.
most action we've given Lance is when we chase that guy down and try to get
That
him.
was the most fun shot to film.
That was an awesome
you know?
shot. Yeah, that's the best part of the video in my opinion. I love that.
Yeah.
When we're all just like sitting on the wall and just like bumming out on the wall. It's my favorite part. It's
That
so
was
funny.
all Eric's idea, so
Yeah.
I just executed on it.
Executed.
It worked out. So
Lance, what is your favorite type of music?
definitely in the rock genre.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good work.
Okay, who is your favorite band?
Favorite band? I feel like Blake's definitely heard of them, but King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Yes.
That's my band.
Legendary band. Yes.
King Gizzard and the Lizard.
that was not what I expected.
Dude,
No, I
King
didn't
Giz. I blame my brother for getting me
Nice.
onto King Giz,
Very
but
underground.
King Giz. He
I
even
love King
abbreviated
Giz.
it. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
A
King
true
Gizzard and the
fan.
Lizard Wizard. I'm unfamiliar.
it's a
with,
mouthful.
I'm unfamiliar with King Giz.
I wouldn't recommend checking them out.
You wouldn't?
No, because I feel like if you get it recommended, you're just gonna hate it. I feel like
You have
feel
to,
you
like,
just kind of
you gotta
discover it
find
on
it.
your own.
It's got to be
yeah.
organic.
you.
Like, yeah,
Because,
I got you. I feel
Yeah,
that.
my brother, he sent me like one of their earlier albums, and I listened to it. I was just like, "What am I
This is
listening to?" I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on?" And then it was maybe like 2 months later, I suddenly just had like the drum beat going in my head. I was like, "Hey, I want to listen to this." So I'm like, "This is dope."
slaps.
I'm like, "Yeah." So I listened to all their other albums, and I was hooked.
That kind of happened to me with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
No.
I didn't like them for a long time.
You hated on the Red Hot Chili
hated the-
Peppers for so long.
They're still not my favorite, but like I've been kind of vibing with them recently. It's just like some of their songs are just freaking good. And John
Yeah, they got a
Frusciante's just
couple,
freaking
yeah.
good.
I mean, yeah, you're right about that.
Anthony, what's his face?
Ketis.
Big old
Ketis.
buns, but
Ketis.
he's huge bun.
He's got
but
a mustache.
bun mustache. You know what? What actually made me mad about them the first time is Bruno Mars was doing a Super Bowl show.
Yeah.
This dude was killing it, dude. You know how I feel about Bruno Mars. That man kills. And then all of a sudden, all these bums run out on the stage, freaking shirtless, like Anthony Fetus.
men.
Anthony Fetus. He was shirtless, and I was like, these guys are terrible. Like, who is this? And then they were like, "Welcome to Red Hot Chili Peppers." So I was like, "These guys suck." And so for the longest time, they just pissed me off with that Super Bowl halftime show because Bruno Mars like came back on, and then did a few more songs, and he just rocked it out. I don't know a cooler way to say that, but
that guy knows how to put on a show.
he does, man.
Like he's just fantastic.
And the Red Hot Chili Peppers just shit all over his show. And it just made me
At
mad.
least they didn't come out in a sock like they did in some of their shows.
Oh my God. That was the
Lord.
worst video you've ever sent me in my life. I was so disappointed.
that was disturbing.
Yeah. Maybe one of our gigs will do that.
No. They don't have big enough socks.
And cut.
It's been a good episode.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Lance, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like it's just natural.
It is a natural color. I feel like it's a very hue color.
No, I've always just been drawn to blue.
There's
you
nothing
know?
bad that's colored blue that I can think of.
I feel like that's incorrect.
There's got to be something bad colored blue.
Bruises.
Those are purple.
Black and blue.
Black and blue, dude. Blue on black.
Bun song. That's the bad blue right there.
Blue on fire. Dude,
Now-
screw that song.
Now, Blue by John Bellion. Fantastic song.
Gosh, dude, John frickin' Bellion.
Don't hate on Blue. You love that song.
It's a great song.
It is.
But yeah, so blue. That's my favorite color.
What is
Your
the-
favorite food? Completely unrelated.
Dude, nice hamburger.
All right. All
Gets
right.
me where I need
True
to go.
red-blooded American.
Berg, man.
I'm a big Berg man.
I used to
myself,
hate
too.
hamburgers when I was a kid, but then
What kid hates hamburgers?
The kid that eats Parkview hamburgers all the time. Our high
Yeah.
school.
that is true.
served the
yeah.
worst
Bun burgers.
hamburgers.
I'd say yeah. I'd say I learned my ways in high school. It's when I became a fan of hamburgers. So.
Good.
I actually had a good one, not the
Bruh.
cafeteria burg.
Yeah.
That cafeteria burger was big buns. That thing
Literally.
was so bad. All right. Well, I mean, I don't have anything
I don't
else
even
to talk
know.
about.
It's off the rails.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been after the set. It's been a loose episode.
It's been a time.
It has been a time. It's always been a time. I think it's time for our final tribute to the Crocs. Crocs, we love you. We're coming for you. We're gonna get that sponsorship, and I don't care how long it takes us. It could take us 23 years.
I mean,
and I'm still gonna be here repping Crocs.
we're coming.
You know what? Now I'm wearing Crocs more than ever. I wear Crocs pretty much every day now.
Class.
Yeah, I wear them to class,
The
to
perfect class
work,
shoe.
to dates, to whatever. You name it, weddings, anything. Oh, ooh, we got a wedding coming up, and I'm gonna wear my
Yeah.
I'll wear my pearly white Crocs.
Yeah, next month.
Yeah.
Wear them
With
to
the dress
to the
Crocs.
voting booth in November.
Yeah, it's producer John's wedding. That's the guy that produced "I'm Not Over You." That's whose wedding it is. So we're super excited for him. Congratulations, John and Emily. Y'all are just so super cute, and you're gonna look super cuter when I give you your pair of Crocs for your wedding present. So
What a nice present.
that is a great present.
Thoughtful.
All right, peace out, guys. We love you. Thank you. I don't want to say it, but please like and subscribe the video, and you don't have to hit the bell. I won't do that to you.
That's okay. We yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Ditch the
Bye.
Bye. Peace.